Hi there, Glocal citizens. Welcome back to the podcast that inspires a borderless mindset around manifesting a new world. I am your host, Florence Adu, and I want to say Happy New Year. And as we usher in 2022, aka Double Deuces, this week's episode is all about mindset. We're going back into the Glocal Citizens archive for a compilation of mindset hacks from early guests of the podcast. In case you're new to the podcast, and not unlike some of my guests, you might be wondering, what is a mindset hack? Well, a description that I quite like is that mindset hacking is exploring the limits of what is possible, seeking excellence, or even balance, which entails doing something exciting and meaningful, deliberately finding opportunities to be clever, problem solve, and enjoy what you're doing. So with that in mind, this week you'll hear from Cordy Aziz Nash. She is the CEO and founder of Environment 360 and has roots in Sierra Leone, Ghana, and the US. Nigerian-American filmmaker and founder of Refined Creative, based in Accra, Ghana, Emmanuel Atim. Ghanaian musician and social entrepreneur, Leslie Bento. He's the founder of Gutta Souls and the Gutta Souls Foundation. Nigerian pianist, music director, composer, and leader of the Afrobeat band Ayitoro, Funsho Ogundipe. Ghanaian Ama Jiampo. She's co-founder of B2B entrepreneurship development firm, Scale Up Africa. Also from Ghana, serial techpreneur and creative, Kwame Acheampong. Yogi and wellnesspreneur, Nana Amwako Enin. She is the founder of Bliss Yoga Accra. And Valerie Labi, a social innovator, business leader, and mother who just last week welcomed her third bundle of joy. Congratulations to Val and her family. So without further ado, let's get into our mindset hack episode.
For me, I think you have to move as everything is possible. I'm reading this book now called Discerning the Voice of God, and it really talks about how humans develop certain strongholds, which are anxiety, doubt, fear. I think that you don't overthink things, right? I think that if you want to be active, if you want to change things, if you want a new life, I think it requires a radical action. And I think that the longer you sit down and think about it and create a pros and cons list and look at all the things that could and couldn't go wrong, or you start seeking advice from others, I think this is actually where the downfall begins. I think people need to spend a little bit less time planning. That doesn't mean just make foolish decisions, but I think you need to be able to know when the iron is hot and to strike it. Okay. And I think that if you can successfully do that, then I think that you can radically shift your mind to be bold enough to really accomplish these things. But I think that if you want to make decisions only based on data and what you see and what others are telling you, then I think you'll probably miss out on some of the greatest opportunities that life will present to you.
Okay, that makes a lot of sense. So ultimately you're saying don't overthink and be less risk averse.
This
ultimately.
This is it.
Yeah.
It's like they say in the South, scared money don't make money.
That is true. It's true.
Go hard,
you
go
go
home.
hard. Yeah. The words right.
I do these mindset hacks every single day.
Yeah.
Simply put, I ran track. In running track, all you're doing is running around some curved track over and over again. I'm not a marathon runner. I'm built for sprinting.
Sure.
So I have to pre-visualize.
Okay.
And the simple mindset hack is when you wake up, you got to be gracious about what you have around you. I don't care how bad things are. So the first hack is just being gracious. The next hack is, what are my goals for today? I don't know if you're the type of person that's going to write this stuff down or if you're going to think about it in your mind. But when you know the goals for your day, there's other things that you could let go of.
Right.
Because there's only so much you can do.
Right. Especially here.
Especially here. It's hot right now. Florence is here and it's hot. I'm tired because I've been working late on other stuff, but I'm finding my work-life balance. But the main thing is, what are my goals for today? Today, my goals are to be here and be honest on this podcast, to be here and be honest with my friends and family, and to support my daughter who has an award. I have a whole bunch of work on my plate. I've been doing it nonstop, but my goals for today are simple. And because of that, if I'm able to achieve those goals and I do a little bit more, I'm fine. And when you ask for a mindset, I'm not stressed. I'm honest when I come to terms with those goals.
Sure. I love that. I like the graciousness of waking, because at the end of the day, we're here because we have been blessed in many ways to be able to experience this life, the travel, all of those things. So just to understand and recognize that there's a sense of grace and gratitude that comes with the goings on of every day is something that I can really appreciate.
The mindset of everything being a universe, the smallest details that I developed, I think directly comes from Kofi Ansah, the designer. He, through his work and through his mentorship in the short time that we interacted, he showed me that through fashion, everything is a universe. Every piece, every detail of a garment or a shoe is a universe. So I think this is the most valuable information I received in Ghana from a Ghanaian.
Everything is a universe. That's awesome. Yeah. And it makes perfect sense. I mean, every piece of everything is life.
I wish I could invent a machine, and I think I'm going to, if I don't, someone would in future, if they listen to this program, that's going to freeze time and space.
Okay, so a program that would freeze time and space.
So that, for example, while sitting down here, see the people who walked past on these very floors 10 years ago.
Okay, so a little bit of time travel. And what would be the goal of that hack?
Okay, imagine you are on an autobahn in Germany, or no, the Lagos-Ibadan Expressway. Cars zooming in at like about 100 kph an hour. If I wanted to drive you mad, what if you could see the cars that were passing there 2 days ago?
Okay.
At top speed.
But what would be the point of that?
You could go back
But why?
if you wanted to.
Oh, so it's just a desire to relive or reconceptualize.
If you are the police or the army, you could find out everyone who passed somewhere.
Okay, so forensics. It's ultimately forensics is what you're hacking into. The power of forensics.
I love watching The Fringe.
Yeah, I like that show too. That was a good show.
Because I like nerdy boffins.
Okay. So, well, Fringe is no longer, but it was on for at least 5 years, I want to say. Yeah, it was on for quite a long time. I think it was an American program that ultimately contemplated alternate realities and alternate worlds. So that's something, we'll put that in the show notes for those of you who are not familiar with Fringe. You are the first person to imagine a mindset hack. Everyone else has given like ones that are, things that are now. But so I can tell the creative you.
For me, I especially with the diaspora angle, I mean, I think a lot of people come in thinking they will come and save the world, come and save Africa.
That's the truth.
Come in with, guilty as charged. Like
sure.
I used to think a certain way. But they're brilliant people here, brilliant minds, very well educated, they know what they're doing, they have great plans, great energy, great spirit, great integrity. And I meet those people every day. So I think park your ego at the airport on the other side before you get on the plane, because you'll be very surprised.
Perfect.
That's the biggest
Yeah, park your ego.
Yeah,
You're
just
dropping
park it.
dimes.
Yeah, come and be open-minded.
Yeah.
And of course, people come and they think they want to come, but they're nowhere near ready.
Yeah.
They come and everything's a complaint. Everything's like, oh, it's not like this in the States. Or it's not like this in London.
Right.
It's not, is it?
Right.
It's a totally different experience. So
Right.
the benchmarking and the critiquing, it's just not going to help you.
Uh-huh.
You need to kind of
It's
just
very
keep
true.
a very open mind and figure, just know that you have to have the mind to get through some of the challenges.
Yeah.
Yes, it's not perfect. We all know
Yeah.
about the challenges. We're not going to talk about this today.
Yeah.
But it really is looking through that and finding the diamonds in the rough.
I really like that. Park your ego at the airport on arrival.
Yes.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I know she said this, but I just don't buy into the whole social construct.
Got it.
You know? You know, like, okay, for instance, like, I mean, I'm from Ghana, yeah? But hell, so what? I'm going to jump out of the helicopter with my snowboard. You can call me coconut and Oreo. I don't care. You know, I am enjoying my life.
Sure.
You know?
Sure.
So a mindset hack for me is basically just...
Wait, have you done that?
Yeah.
The helicopter snowboard?
Yeah.
What is it, black?
Pardon?
Black Diamond?
What do you mean Black Diamond?
Is that the kind of the mountain that you jumped out of the helicopter and went down?
No, it was in, what do you call it? It's in Switzerland.
Okay.
We did it.
But do they have, so my ski experience is you have your blue diamonds, black diamonds, like black diamond is like the most difficult. And so in terms of difficulty, what was that slope that you...
Oh,
landed
black...
on?
No, this was free ride. It was powder snow.
Wow.
It was not even...
even a cult of no moguls, no nothing.
No.
But the moguls were the potential of nature.
It was just basically free ride down a mountain,
Sure.
powder snow, as in, do not make too much noise or you have an avalanche chasing you.
Yeah.
That kind of stuff.
Wow.
So it was an experience, you know?
Okay.
So yeah. But in general, funny of that, I don't do black slopes on my skis.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
I do.
It doesn't feel fun to me.
No, because it's like, you know, I tell people, this is what I tell people. And for the podcast, I'll tell you now, I am African, right? I don't need to make a point or show off.
Sure.
Yeah, I've already made a point by standing on the mountain with my ski boots on. Yeah?
Yeah.
So the black run, I don't need to go down there already. I've already made my point that I am here.
Yeah.
On this mountain from Africa with my ski boots on. That's enough. Even if I don't put my skis on, I just walk down the mountain. I've done. So there's no one who's gonna say, oh yeah, let's go on this black run. Oh yeah, wimp. I don't care.
Right.
You know?
Yeah.
I'll do my green run. I like my blue runs. It's in between. The red runs, they're fun, but I like my blue runs. I just like the cruise, you know? I like the cruise down. I'm not being paid to ski like this professional sense. So I don't want to break my knees.
Yeah,
All I want to do is cruise. Enjoy the fresh air, the scenery, and you know, on a black run, it's going to take me like 5 minutes to get to the bottom. On the blue run, it's going to take me like 30 minutes. I can just cruise and enjoy. Simples.
Yeah, that's true. That's a
know?
good way to think about it.
That's how I see it.
Yeah.
So for my mindset hack, I just hack the fact that because I'm black does not mean that I cannot be there. I cannot be in this office. I should not be here, there,
Sure,
you know?
sure.
So I think for my mindset hack, that is me. My mindset hack is that I don't see color.
Okay.
You know,
You don't see it as a barrier to who you're going to be or how you're going to show up in the world.
No. And I think that's why I have been where I've been. You know, I mean, I've worked for certain companies, and you know, I mean, especially going to the US and working in the company, and I'm like, I'm in New York.
Yes.
Yeah, in New York.
Yes.
Where there's supposed to be so many.
People of color.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I walk into the office, and I'm like,
The only one.
it doesn't make sense.
Yeah. I mean,
But-
it's the nature of the beast.
But I think because of a mindset hack is where I am.
Sure.
Because I managed to, I don't know whether it's infiltrate or what,
Right.
but I just go for it.
Good.
You know, so you know, I'm not good. It's not going to stop me from not trying.
Nice.
My mindset hack is this. I work with a lot of people who are searching for things or might feel deficient in something. So, for instance, they may feel that emotionally they're at a loss for something or physically in their home they don't have what they need. And I always say that when you feel like you're deficient in something, that means that you have to look to your own center and understand what is it that you need in your life. So my hacks this is about what are you holding on to. A lot of people are holding on to a lot of self-doubt, a lot of aggression, a lot of fear, and they live this life. That's what they live. This is most of the people that I experience, particularly that I coach even. So my hack for that, which is something that I consistently am working with people towards the end of the year in the last 100 days, is to say, why are you holding on to it? So
Sure.
you need to go back in and say, why am I holding on to this thing? Is it grief? Is it doubt? Is it fear? Is it something that belongs to me? Has somebody handed it to me in a relationship? They told you that you have to think this way, that you have to have communication with this idea or this part of them. Do you need it? Or do you have enough love in yourself to let it go?
Right.
So
Surrender.
Surrender. Yes. So my hack is we need to surrender more. At the end of the year, the last 100 days, people become so emotionally charged because they're worrying about what happened in the last quarter, what's happening next year. They didn't make it. They didn't do it. But it creates a lot of anxiety and a lot of unwellness. So the lifestyle hack for this is that we need to sit back and say, do we need to hold on?
Yeah.
We need to hold on. Let's let go more. Let's surrender more.
Sure.
This is interesting because I'm a big believer that you can't force somebody to do something. So how I set up most of my teams and the people that I work with is around balancing their agency in terms of control against their skills. So it's always been really important to understand, for me, where is someone's current skill level and where is their aspiration, where would they like to be, and what is the current task in hand and where is it that I would like them to grow. And so I'm very big on setting kind of targets and kind of KPIs, but my KPIs normally focus on one that focuses on something I know you can deliver today, and one that focuses on something that's a stretch that would be something that you have to work towards. And this is something that I would say a lot of the times within our society, we are often scared to stretch. And so as a boss or leader of an organization, I try as much as possible not to focus on today and to step into the spaces where, how can I help you to stretch yourself? So what you find is when you're always having those conversations with people about their progression, they become more loyal about delivering the things that they know as the standard that you're expecting them today. So I wouldn't say it's necessarily a mindset hack, but I would definitely say that it's a style of leadership and engagement with people that I always feel that if you're helping people to invest in where they're moving to, then you need to worry less about what they're delivering for you today because it becomes part of the commitment that they make to you.
As we ease our way out of holiday mode and into the flow of work, I hope you've enjoyed these sound bites of inspiration to help nourish the start of your new year. Again, I'm your host, Florence Adu, and you've been listening to Glocal Citizens. Thank you for joining us, and you can find us with new episodes and fresh new content each and every Tuesday at Glocal Citizens Pod. That's www.glocalcitizenspod. And wherever you get your podcasts. So until next time, bye for now.